Sup guys, over here. Today we're gonna be talking about Gitcoin Passport. This is gonna be a pretty lengthy video. All information here provided as is, including links in description, so follow it at your own risk and always do your own research. First of all, what is Gitcoin Passport? This is basically, to put it in simple terms, this is a compilation of your credentials that together form your quote-unquote passport. And based on your Gitcoin Passport, other dApps can determine your eligibility for certain things. I think currently we're in a state where in a lot of campaigns Gitcoin Passport either required or gives you a lot of advantages. Like recently in Linear Voyage, now in Tyco, for certain like OATs and other independent campaigns, it gives you some benefits as well. And I think Gitcoin Passport currently is the standard pretty much for anti-Sybil protection that different dApps and projects use. Sadly, however, with the current requirements, it doesn't really protect against Sybils, because currently the thresholds in terms of points for the most dApps projects is like 20 to 25 points, and for people who professionally run multi-accounting firms, run Sybils, it's not a problem. Like, it literally will cost them like maybe 1 to 2 USD per account to get the Gitcoin passport for every account on that level. Unfortunately, currently there are no better solutions. All the zk stuff, zk SBTs, I think they are so early in development that we're not gonna see that as a mainstream for quite some time, in my opinion, for like general public use. And even when they roll out, there is no guarantee that it's gonna be better than what we currently have. Also, there is currently a campaign ongoing on Galaxy where you can get different OATs for a certain amount of points that you get in your Gitcoin Passport. However, this one is pretty time sensitive. The deadline is August 11th, 11:59 p.m. UTC time. Okay, we're done with the introduction. Now let's dive into the actual points part. So once you click create your Gitcoin Passport, you will come to this panel. Here we're gonna talk about all credentials. Some we're gonna touch lightly, some we're gonna go in depth. There's also a page where you can see the breakdown of all the points for all credentials. And we're gonna start with the most basic ones, credentials that probably everybody who's in crypto have. These are Google account, your Twitter, and the Discord. So for Google account, this is pretty straightforward. You just need to connect your Google. And for doing that, you're gonna get 2.25 points. Alright, we got that, and you can see your score on the top also. Now let's see what we got for Twitter. Recently they changed credentials for Twitter, because previously you could get points for number of followers. Currently, as you can see, there's only age of your account that matters. There are 3 tiers here. For each and every tier you get 1.21 points. So if your account, for example, is older than 2 years, you're gonna get 3.63 points. As you can see, after verifying credentials, you also have to sign the message in your wallet. Alright, next one is Discord. There are no additional requirements here. However, in terms of points, it's not that fat. It only gives less than 0.7. Next we got LinkedIn and Facebook. Let's do LinkedIn first. LinkedIn gives a lot of points, 2.45. Next we got Facebook. I don't have Facebook personally. I lost my old account. I tried to register a new account, but apparently my name is ridiculous and that cannot be a name of the real person. So when I try to register, the Facebook just blocks me. I'll sort this later, but if you have Facebook, you can connect it. All you need to have basically is the profile picture. If you want to get both of these credentials, every credential is 0.69 roughly, so multiply that by 2 if you have both. Next one is GitHub. Potentially this is a lot of points As you can see, there are two types of credentials here. First one is the age of your account. Here, similar to Twitter, you're gonna get 1.21 for every tier. So again, potentially, if your account is older than 1 year, you're also gonna get 3.63. Contribution activity, on the other hand, is more tricky because you need to be contributing, first of all, for X amount of distinct days, basically consecutively contributing every day, and these contributions have to be public. There are tools online to automate this. Just Google it and like do your own research on that if you want to get it. But even if you decide to get it, that's gonna take you quite some time, 30, 60 or 120 days. And here also every tier of this credential gives 1.21. I actually don't remember if my GitHub account is older than 90 days. It is older than 90 days. Okay, that's cool. In general, guys, if you don't have GitHub, because you think it's like for developers and you don't need it, get it. Just go register. It takes literally 1 minute. The sooner you register, the better. You don't have to do anything there. Just register it, because some applications on testnets, for example, they require login with the GitHub. And the last credential here that we can consider a social network is going to be Lens, but Lens profiles are very scarce right now, obviously, and like 99% of people don't have these. If you haven't applied for the wait list, you can go and register there, which I recommend doing. Okay, now we're going to move to quote-unquote on-chain stuff. First one is this Gitcoin. So what is this? This is for Gitcoin grants. If that's your first time hearing this, on seeing this, you're not gonna get any points here, because credentials here are for the grant rounds, I believe before 2023 even. There's also a tooltip here that states Gitcoin grant stamps recognizes contributions made during Gitcoin grants round 1 to 15 ended September 2022. Data from the latest rounds, alpha round in January 2023 and beta round in April 2023 in the process of being added and should be added by August 15th. Also, I believe that on August 15th, there's gonna be a next round of Gitcoin grants. Obviously, it's up for you whether participate or not. Basically, you're just donating some money to the projects. Sometimes projects reward people who donated via Gitcoin with like some NFTs, maybe roles that can come handy later. Donations just kinda expensive because you're paying them on Ethereum mainnet. But again, for now, there's nothing we can do. We'll have to wait on August 15th. If you participated in this year's rounds, you will be able to claim some points, I believe. Next one is GTC staking. This is on the staking portal. And if we open this task, we can see that brackets are 5 GTC, and GTC is a Gitcoin token, 5 GTC, 20 GTC, and 125 GTC. Token is currently traded at 124. For some reason today it just ripped. So again, this is up to you whether or not you wanna acquire some tokens and stake those. Self-staking here is self-explanatory. You're staking on your profile. In terms of community staking, other people must stake on your profile. You cannot stake on yourself again and get community points. It has to be other people. So regarding points, self-staking, you get 1.21 per tier. So for example, if you staked 20 GTC, you're gonna get 2.42. And for community staking, you are getting 1.27 per tier. And on this portal, you can find more information about staking, lockup periods, etc. And on this tooltip too. In general, I would say like tier 3 is pretty expensive. Tier 1 and 2 are manageable. The only drawback here, I believe it's also on Ethereum mainnet, so you're gonna pay a lot of gas. And one more credential related to Gitcoin is GitPOAP. These are basically accolades for participating in various things. On and off-chain, I believe. You can go on GitPOAP website and check the eligibility of your wallet, for example. Here also the majority of people are not going to be eligible. Moving on to more on-chain tasks, we got ETH. Basically, there are several credentials here, one for holding X amount of ETH. This is very expensive. The first year is 1 ETH, then it's 10 and 32. However, weirdly, the first tier actually gives you more. It gives you 1.79, whereas tier 2 and tier 3 give you 1.27 each. Then we have credential for having your first ETH transaction occurred more than 30 days ago. Also weirdly here, it's also an addition of having at least one ETH transaction. And then the last one is amount of gas fees spent. You need to have at least 0.5 ETH spent in gas. This one is pretty fat, it gives 2.4 points. I'll claim this one and then I'll try to claim gas fees, but I don't think I burned that much. Yeah, I didn't burn 0.5 yet. Okay. Then we got the NFT holder. This is basically for having any NFT on Ethereum mainnet as well. This one gives 0.69. Most people, of course, gonna have this. If for some reason you don't have a single NFT, you can buy that on any marketplace. You can like buy the cheapest one on OpenSea, for example, or you can mint that on, I would recommend probably mint something on ZK Bridge to also participate in that campaign. Okay, next we got zkSync. To be completely honest, I don't know why only, like I understand why Ethereum mainnet is here. I don't understand why zkSync is here. Especially zkSync Lite and other chains are not here. Maybe they will add something later, we'll see. But for now, we need to have transactions on both zkSync Era and zkSync Lite. Obviously, for the majority of us, zkSync Era transactions should be in the bank because pretty much everybody farming for the potential zkSync airdrop in the future. I believe the majority of people who interacted with Era never interacted with Lite, like myself. Also keep in mind that once you do any of these transactions, as it states here, it can be up to 24 hours for them to be counted. I will try to complete both to verify and we'll see whether or not my zkSync Lite from like 3 hours ago actually counted. No, not yet. And every credential here gives you 0.4 points, so really not much. If you don't wanna mess around with zkSync Lite, I feel like you can skip this, although potentially it may have any small effect on your zkSync airdrop if they count any interactions basically with zkSync Lite. But anyways, if you want to complete it, how you can get money to zkSync Lite? First of all, some centralized exchanges support withdrawals to zkSync Lite. I believe OKX supports it, maybe Bybit, I'm not sure, you have to check yourself. Or you can use bridges that support zkSync Lite. This will be Orbiter and LayerSwap. These are the ones that I know about, and you can check your transactions on native portal. In history here, you can see your transactions. This is the bridge that I did on Orbiter from Arbitrum. Also keep in mind that whatever you do, your transaction type must be transfer. So if you open Explorer, this should be transfer. My plan here is simple. I bridged from Arbitrum to zkSync Lite, and tomorrow or maybe the day after tomorrow I'm gonna keep the money there for a couple days, and then I'm gonna bridge back from zkSync Lite to some other chain. Or if your centralized exchange supports that, you can like deposit it back onto centralized exchange. Okay, moving on, next we got ENS. This is pretty self-explanatory, but keep in mind that only ENS domains that are set as primary count here. ENS will give you 2.2 points, and it also will make your life easier when it comes to snapshot tasks. Next to it we got BrightID. For this one you will need to install a BrightID app on your phone. Once you're there, you need to create your profile. Just set the name and the password, and then if you click here on verify, it should open a pop-up with the QR code. You need to scan this QR code. There is a button, scan a code, and it will ask you whether or not you want to link to this app. You click yes, click connect BrightID to get sponsored by Gitcoin. So we need to click here, connect BrightID. Yeah, so I don't know how this works exactly. After you get this message, like nothing changes in the app. I don't know basically where to go from there. If you know how exactly to complete this, please let us know in the comments. Maybe we just need to wait a little bit to get quote-unquote sponsored by Gitcoin. However, despite this green message, I wasn't able to link account in the app. I don't know, I'll play with it a little bit more. I will also browse some information. If I find something, I will put that in description and then pin comment. In terms of point, it gives roughly 0.69. Then we got proof of humanity. This one gives more points, it's 1.21. However, the process there is not so simple. You need to introduce yourself, you need to take a selfie, you need to record the video with your wallet address. You need to be approved, I believe, by other people. So you can just Google proof of humanity, go on the website and see for yourself how all of that looks. I cannot give you any concrete information here because I never used it. It looks kind of weird for my taste. Now let's move to more interesting stuff. This is Snapshot. We have two credentials here. First one is to vote on 2 or more DAO proposals. This one gives 1.41 points. Second one is to create a DAO proposal that was voted by at least one account. And it gives twice the amount of points, 2.82. So here we can split that for 2 categories of people. First category, people who have ENS, and second, the people without ENS. So if you do have the ENS, what we can do, and I'm gonna be using my wife's account here because I already created DAO from my main account and I cannot show the process again, unfortunately. So after you log in, you go here and there's a button create a space. So before creating the proposal, we need to create the space. Here you select your ENS domain. You need to put the name and the rest of the stuff is optional. You can just skip this. For a setup, I recommend using the middle one person, one vote. Then you need to select the general strategy. It would be easier to just use ticket voting and anyone can vote. Unfortunately, even though you can set this up here, when you're gonna try to create proposal, it won't allow you. So the proper way of doing that is gonna be whitelist voting. And here you need to put all the addresses that are gonna be whitelisted to vote. So here you just copy paste your wallet address and then you need to use another address. So for example, if you don't have it in MetaMask, you can just add the account. Any account, doesn't matter. We're not gonna use any tokens. And you copy this one and you put it here as well. Then switch back to your main account and you can proceed. Why we need that? Because this is gonna be our main wallet address that we need to create proposal with, and we need one extra voter. So this wallet address is gonna vote on our proposal. Okay, we click next. Again, these are members. Here we also need to add these wallets. 2 of these. This is basically the system where you don't rely on other people. If you have the ENS, you can do it all by yourself. Here you don't really need to change whether or not it's author, the admin, you can just keep author. And we click create, sign it. Okay, our space is live. First thing that we need to do is join it. Okay, now I can go back to my wallet. Before you go creating proposal, you need to change one setting. We go to settings, to proposals, and you need to enable this slider because it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be anyone can create, but again, if you'll try to create proposals, it's gonna tell you that there is no validation and you need to set up some sort of validation. So you just enable this slider and this will allow only authors to submit a proposal. Now we save this one, sign in. Okay, you can also check members here and manage them. Now we go back, there is a button new proposal. So for new proposals, we just put something random here, put choices, and we can publish that. And here you can also right away vote in your proposal. Boom. Done. And in Gitcoin, we should be able to get credit for those. And also this way, voting on your own proposals, you can complete the first credential if you haven't done any voting prior to that. So as you can see with the ENS, that's very simple. But what about if you don't have the ENS? That becomes a bit more tricky, but still manageable. For that, you need to join my DAO and also send me your wallet address. Then I will add you here as a member and whitelist you, and you can create proposal and also vote on your own proposal or somebody else's proposals here. So if you need that, drop your wallet on the Discord. I created the server specifically for that. I don't have time to set this up unfortunately now, so I will do that later. This is just for the wallets currently. You just join the server and you drop your wallet in the channel wallets for Snapshot. Then once I add you to the DAO, I will also reply to a message that I added you. Then you will know that you can go ahead and create proposal and also vote in that DAO. That's pretty simple. Let's move on to Guild.xyz. There are 3 credentials here. Every credential give 0.69 roughly Gitcoin points. First one is super simple, member of more than 5 guilds and more than 15 roles. Again, for the majority of people, this is going to be auto completable. If you're doing some airdrop hunting, you're probably already a member of a bunch of guilds, have a bunch of roles. However, if you are not, you can just go to the home page, just join the guilds of several projects, acquire some roles. In most guilds, you can just get some easy roles by just joining, connecting your wallet. Last credential is also pretty simple. In order to get it, first of all, you need to get the score of 20 plus, and after you get 20 points, you can go on Guild.xyz in Gitcoin Passport guild. Gitcoin Passport, not Gitcoin, because they have Gitcoin guild and they also have Gitcoin Passport guild. Here we need to join the guild. And the role OG Gitcoin Passport Maxi will be assigned to you. And as you can see, there's only a role for the Galaxy campaign, the chosen one. This is the highest tier NFT for 59 plus points. Also, if you want, after getting this role, you can actually go to the Gitcoin guild and get yourself the Gitcoin community member by following join the guild here. And right away you get in Gitcoin community member and Gitcoin amplification army. Okay, so that's credential number 1 and credential number 3. That should be easily doable. But regarding the second credential, you need to be owner or admin of the guild with at least 250 members. Now, I did create a guild and we can try to get to this amount of people. I'm not sure if we'll be able to do it. If we get to 250, then again on the Discord, you will just give me your wallet and I will add you as an admin to this guild. And you will be able to claim your points in Gitcoin. So please go to this guild and join. You don't need to do anything else, it's just one click. Okay, what do we have left? Coinbase. It's pretty self-explanatory. You need to have an account on Coinbase. I don't have it, so I cannot show it. It gives 1.35. Out of all that's left, good amount of points gives Civic. And it's also pretty simple to complete. So if we go to Civic, we need to pass Civic verification. Basically, this is a biometric KYC. Well, the first challenge is just to pass CAPTCHA, and for the other tasks, you just need to take a video selfie. That's it. You don't need to send any documents, your country doesn't matter. And the reason why I recommend doing that is because first task gives 1 point, and these gives 2.25 points each. So that's a lot of points. Let's go to the website to see how it actually looks. So first of all, we're connecting the wallet, and I recommend using Polygon because you will need to do some minting, and Polygon by far is the cheapest. So we're just probably gonna pay a couple cents here and there. Okay, let's start with CAPTCHA verification. Okay, we got it. And now uniqueness and liveness. These are supposed to be done on mobile phone, I believe. Or you can use your webcam. I'll use my phone. Need to scan QR code. Okay, device linked. Continue. Video selfie. Okay, allow camera. Okay, upload complete. Continue to your computer. Okay. Okay, and then we got liveness verification. I assume this is roughly the same. Yeah, these are pretty simple. Also, I'm not suggesting anything, and you know, I'm against multi-accounting and everything, but you can buy this stuff too for several bucks. I mean, different like biometric verifications, KYCs and stuff, but I don't do multi-accounting or any stuff that doesn't belong to me. Okay, now going back, we should be able to verify it all. Alright. So at this point I got 27 points, and we got just several possible credentials left. Next one we got Hypercerts. This one gives you 0.69 roughly again points. However, you cannot complete it right away because it states that you need to hold at least 2 Hypercerts for more than 15 days. So if you mint them today, for example, in 15 days you can verify. This is the website, you can connect the wallet. Mints are on Optimism here. We can create, so you need to switch to Optimism and then fill out the form basically. Your name, your logo, description, link to the project. I haven't done this one yet, I need to move some ETH to Optimism in order to be able to mint these, but I will definitely mint those later. So again, you need to create 2 of these, not 1. You mint 2 and then you wait at least 15 days and then you come back to the Gitcoin and get your points. Next we have Gnosis Safe. This one can give you 2.65, I believe. Yeah, 2.65 you can get for this one. The drawback is that you will need to do transaction on Ethereum mainnet. This is now actually called just Safe, not Gnosis Safe. Let's see how much will the gas be. Alright, let's connect the wallet here. And we need to create a new account. Okay, put in the name. This one is stored locally. This is not public. Also states that you can use your mobile phone optionally as additional owner key. I'm just gonna go with the default settings. Okay. Next. Let's see how much. Keep in mind that it's very low gas currently, only 12 gray. The max fee shown for the site suggesters is a lot higher, so I'll just go with the market. Okay, that was pretty fast. Can start using our safe. Okay, not now probably. Let's try to verify. Moving on to Fi, this one is an auto skip for me because it basically requires at least 65k experience. I don't like this platform too much, to be completely honest. It's just clunky, like it's very clunky. Good thing there is it's on Polygon, so you can do a bunch of transactions on Polygon, you can complete the quests. It's like social engagement platform where you meet those NFTs and you put those NFTs onto your land. Basically, I did several quests there, I think like 5 quests that gave me roughly 5k experience. And I was like, I don't like this gamified experience, so I'm not gonna be using that. Also recently, I think there's not much activity there compared to some other platforms. So again, I'm kinda abandoning this task for now. It's gonna be pretty hard to get to even 65k EXP if you never use this platform. If you already have a decent amount of EXP there, you can probably grind your rank and get, for the first one you get in 1.16. For the second one, you can get 1.67. So decent amount of points, definitely. Okay, and now we just have Holonym and Idena. For the Holonym, this is the proper KYC with the government ID. Also, it's gonna cost you 0.005 ETH plus, I assume, the minting fee. However, this gives you 4 points. 4 Gitcoin points. I haven't done this, so I can't give you more information until I confirm that. I will definitely try to verify. I will probably send my ID after I upload this video. Then when I have more info, as always, I will put that in description and pinned comment. The last one is Idena. I don't know, maybe that's not correct pronunciation. We have 3 types of credentials here: identity state for newbie, verified, and human. Newbie gives 0.51, verified 135, and human 161. Then identity stake, it's for staking token. How much is this token? 2.5 cents currently, which means if you get at least 1k, that's 25 bucks. So this is 25, this is 250, and this is 2.5k. These are quite substantial sums, and the amount of point you get is 0.9, 1.16 and 1.41 respectively. And then identity age, 5 epochs, gonna give you 148, and 10 epochs also 148. I never used this app. Let's try to create the account. It just generates your wallet address. You can actually refresh. I want something prettier. Okay, 444. Good enough. Proceed. Password. After you set the password, it will give you your private key. And now we need to log in using our private key and password. Okay, our status is not validated. Okay, so I tested this application a little bit. I don't know, you have to do more research on that yourself. Basically, there are tons of tasks here to complete, like different versions of captchas. And I assume you need to complete a bunch of those to get your identity state higher. Probably newbie is gonna be fast, but in any way, even if you don't plan to increase your identity state, you can at least create your profile so you can claim 5 and 10 epochs at some time in the future. So we went through all credentials here. Again, regarding the Guild.xyz, don't forget to join the guild. Let's try to get to these 250. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, share this video. As usual, don't hesitate with questions, suggestions, drop them in the comments, and I'll see you next time.